Quite a codfish, that Riku, running off with that girl without even saying goodbye.
Run off where? Tell me, where did he go?
To the ruins of Hollow Bastion, where Maleficent resides. But you won't be going there. Unless you intend to leave your little pixie friend behind. Hand over the Keyblade and I'll spare your lives. Glad I'm merciful, unlike the Heartless. So, which will it be? The Keyblade or the plank? It's him, the crocodile that took me hand. Oh, Smee, he's after me other hand. I can't stay here. Go away. Oh, I can't stand the sight of him. Smee, you take care of them.
Fly, Sora. Just believe, and you can do it.
Thanks, Peter.
Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Obtain the power of healing. Cura has been upgraded to Cura. All right, everyone, let's have some fun. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Andrew Kan, and together we can game. In the last episode, we did a lot. In this episode, we found out that Riku has gone to a mysterious place called Hollow Bastion. In this episode, we are going to fight. Now, in Neverland, Sora and his friends can fly. While jumping, press the circle button to fly. Then press the circle button to rise and the square to descend. Similar to the controls in Atlantica. You're all going down. And we now have one of the coolest mechanics, arguably in the entire game, Light, which, if you know recently why that is so cool, this is where it derives from. In the first game, love the callback to where Tinkerbell actually used some fairy dust on us, or pixie dust to be more accurate. Now, stop is still effective here. To fly, it is just like the controls of Atlantica. You can't go too far out, but you can have a lot of fun with it. You can see some enemies that are going to be in the air. Let's have some fun. Stop, especially for them, makes a lot of sense because then they won't move as much, giving you an opportunity in the air to do a lot of damage. Again, Atlantica kind of preps you for this stage and can give you some more experience to keep fighting here. So we're going to continue onward and destroying these Heartless. New types as we continue on is the normal high potion, of course. Now, if you have potioned up like I mentioned in the last episode, you are more than ready for this. But we have some new enemy types as well. These are very unique. You can, I believe, stop them as well. Just going to try that out real quick. It would help if I actually had the ability to do so. But we can beat these up, getting our MP up. Actually, I think I have more than enough MP, so that would just be the answer. No, we can't. But, you know, these are air pirates. They're called... And then we have the battleship here as well. Now, one thing to note is that you really can't lock in the air. Obviously, it's a little hard. So we can see that just the classic whaling, moving out of their way while they charge, is a good course of action. Another thing we can do is, while we are in the air, might as well have a shield for ourselves. We can also just, you know, use magic as need be. If it doesn't go too far away from me, I'm like, you can use the magic kind of tech point as well for doing that with fire.
Is that you, Smee? Did you finish them off?
Aye, Captain. They walked the plank, every last one of them.
Peter Pan, blast you!
Ready to make a splash, you codfish? Now it's your turn to walk the plank.
And we have Captain Hook, a unique boss battle. You can get a lot of tech points if you're very smart with him, if you're interested in that. He has some simple attacks, but of course, Stop works pretty well for Captain Hook. Gives you a chance to go ahead. You're not gonna get the other hand talking about TikTok there, the crocodile. He does throw those presents. You're gonna wanna be very careful. They explode and they can be dangerous. You can also hit them with your Keyblade. He has a fury of attacks, and then you're gonna wanna wait for his pause. It might be in your best interest if your MP is low like me to go ahead and focus on the battleships while Captain Hook is doing his thing. That way you can get a little bit more MP. Of course, I said you can use Stop second time. Gives you an opportunity to get some attacks in. If you keep doing that, as you'll hear, he will just say you're not gonna get his other hand. While he's in the air though, it gives you a unique opportunity. So I always try to get a combo in, wait for him to get up. Party might do a little more than you can here, but all is fair. Peter, as you can see, it might be worth it to use a high potion on myself. High potion on, I'll go ahead and use the Mega Ether. It's not a bad idea. You know what? I can just cure. So, Peter Pan, you are cured. Also, it's really cool just to hear Sora say Peter Pan. I don't know. It's just my nostalgia. Fire and 100 experience. So again, battleships are really useful. You can raid if you need to. Do what works best for you in these fights. That's what I hope you are getting. Stop is, especially when he's down like that, good idea to wail. If you can get your MP back up while he is doing that stuff. Peter, of course, doing his best to be a nuisance to poor Captain Hook. I always liked that stab, though, let's be real. That would have definitely done some more damage than just a jump in the air. But again, kids game, gotta understand. Now, we can attack this, getting our MP back. I think it is worth doing. Obviously, Captain Hook's not that difficult to take out if you could not tell, but maybe you struggle with him. If you do, let me know. Hopefully this helps you, especially in what you can use. Apparently, though, Peter Pan and Goofy are struggling here. But also, they might be the ones fighting Captain Hook because I tell them to focus on him. Ooh, gotta be careful for myself. Heal myself there, and of course, can take it off. Well, maybe not yet, but hopefully we can. I think there may be a ledge or something he's supposed to be going for. Can't find it, but... Now, at times like this, might make more sense to bring the team back. High potion for myself, Mega Ether for all. You can stop him from taking out his own present, which will help you in more than one. That right there could have been bad for me, but luckily, there we are. Defense up and learn sliding dash. Sora learned Ars Arcanum, obtained Anson Report number 9.
Oh, Kyrie couldn't wake up, so maybe she's really lost her.
Sora,
I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kyrie. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
you can bring her to Neverland sometime. Then she can try it herself.
If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kyrie. I know I will. There's so much I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
What's that, Tink? What about the clock tower? You say there's something there.
Hello, Wendy. How are you? Oh man, that's not a flattering shot. You'll find her, Sora. Just don't give up. There we go. At least we can see Wendy. Thanks to Big Ben, you can tell the time from anywhere in London, but one of the clocks is off. I do hope it doesn't confuse too many people. That's a hint. And this right here won the music. Just take a listen for a moment. Oh man, this right here was one of my favorite segments as a kid. I would come here and fly as often as I wanted. Just memories, you know? I'd go to the top of the tower as tall as I could and just imagine I was flying. I love the attention to detail. Sora talking about how he can't wait to tell Kairi he flew. And you know, he is a kid, but he's still having fun on this journey. You gotta have some light moments in the seriousness. Also always reminded me of the Disney ride Peter Pan's Flight, and being able to fly myself here was always so much fun. Now, a couple of things. You do need to talk to Wendy to kind of know what to do here. Save here, and then you can talk again. Would you try striking the hands? That may fix it. Again, the more you speak to Wendy, the more she can help you out here. Of course, I do believe our journal entry is updated for Neverland. So if we go into characters, we have more characters here. We actually have a lot of characters because we haven't made that much progress in the journal, but I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, getting an opportunity to see all these different Disney worlds, and they're so much fun. For me, getting to do all this, getting to experience it with you has been a lot of fun. But Peter Pan, the blind boy from Neverland, where no one ever grows up. He can be stubborn, but he's also fearless and has a strong sense of justice. He snuck on board Hook's ship to rescue Wendy, who was kidnapped. So many cool characters. Crocodile, I love this. Again, really enjoy the movie, gotta acknowledge some of it, but all in all, such a fun world, fun level. Tinkerbell, one of the best characters in my opinion, and just a lot of fun through and through. But if we want to see here, we can see the Heartless, the new ones we have. So Battleship, we've got the Air Pirates, as well as just the Pirates, keeping it kind of simple. We have that rare truffle we talked about. I think that's it for the Heartless, but if we want to go to Chronicles, we have Halloween Town completed, as well as Neverland. So I love that it gives you this little insight into what is there. We also have Ansem reports, which we will get to in a second. There's also, if you look over here, don't fly off too fast now. There's some stuff here, so why don't we go ahead and open? Flare G. So you always want to do search. Always do search. You always want to search, you always want to have a bit of fun. Now let's see if we can find that broken clock face. Now I want to mention this here. You want to make sure that you come back pretty soon so you can see the broken one, maybe. It's either this one here, and it looks like it is this one here. It's the only one out. But I love how you can see both, Peter and Goofy. I love Goofy waves his hands back and forth. Oh, that is so cool. Anyway, you're going to want to come back here because there's actually a secret way to get items with the clock tower. But while we're doing that, why don't we take that advice and strike the clock? You're going to need to strike it a few times. Obtain Navi G piece. Hey Sora. When we grow up, let's get off this island. We'll go on real adventures, not this kid stuff. Sure, but isn't there anything fun to do here? Hey, you know the new girl at the mayor's house? She arrived on the night of the meteor shower.
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel. Remember, relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart. A castaway. Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here through sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
My power?
Yes, the untapped power that lies within you. Now, child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.
Peter, are you really going back to Neverland?
Afraid so. But we can see each other anytime. As long as you don't forget about Neverland, that is. Oh boy, she's getting steamed again. Do me a favor? Look after her for me, will ya?
What?
Learn summon spell Tinkerbell. Sora obtained Fairy Harp. Learn shared ability Glide. Oh, that glide ability, we are not going to wait. We are going to make sure we do this now. While in the air, press circle to ride the air currents. Hold down the circle to remain aloft. Glide is one of the best shared abilities. Don't at me. Now, Sora, we have 2 AP. We have the Ars Arcanum, a formidable attack after a combo. Press triangle to attack for a double combo. So we have the Strike Raid. I think I'm going to actually remove that. We also have Sliding Dash, rush and strike a distant enemy. I think we're actually going to equip this, and then we are going to equip this. Now, Second Chance is keep 1 HP even after taking a critical strike or hit. That's something we can do later. We can also look at Goofy. See, he's got 4. We have MP Rage, recover MP when you're hit in battle. Heavier damage restores more MP. Really going to be useful for that. Recover faster. I'm going to go ahead and put on MP Rage. We also have 1, so we might as well use it for cheer. If we look at Donald, can't really use Leaf Bracer right now, but if we go to equipment, we can look at the brand new Fairy Harp, which overall is just a better weapon. We're going to go ahead and use it. More magic, more strength compared to Pumpkinhead, so there's no reason not to. Raises max MP by 1 and enhances magic and summon powers. Sometimes deals powerful critical blows. So why don't we see that in action? Not as long, perhaps, as the other one, but still cool. Now, we have so much we can do. So I want to kind of try to show off that ability of the hidden items here. So since we've seen all those cutscenes, we know that Riku is starting to lose the battle in his heart to all that darkness. We also know someone of sheer will followed him through. Gonna keep that in mind. We also know that we have Tinkerbell now, so if we go to the summons, Tinkerbell is such a useful summon, but we're gonna go to the gummy ship and come right back. For the gummy ship, we're gonna hit yes. Well, we found the Navi gummy piece. Let's go back to town. And we've completed Pixie Dust. Sid will install it on the ship once we bring it to him. There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. I hear there's a great reward for the winner. So 2 major things, but before we go back, we are just gonna go to Neverland, and you can see the different places we can go. We can go to the ship hold, ship cabin, or the clock tower. So we're gonna go ahead and select the clock tower now. I don't believe, and I might be wrong, I think Wendy is gone at this point, but we can see that the clock is reset, I believe. So I can't exactly remember how this works. I think it's based on the actual time in real life, and if that is the case, you're gonna have to come back at different hours, and I'll put a little graph on screen, or maybe it's just that one, and maybe it's this one. I believe that's how it works. So I'll put a little graph and a little guide on screen. You're gonna want to come back to make sure you're doing everything right. But I just thought it was an important thing to mention. I'll probably do all that off screen so that I can, get all the items from here. Highly recommend you do it. Some really nice items for doing so. So just wanted to share that with you in case you were unaware. But that's going to be it for this episode. That's going to be it for today. We have the flying trio here. We've gotten a lot of story progress. Actually, I think this is it. I think this is the door. Yes. Before I end, right here, you can examine the 1 o'clock door opened. You obtained Orchilium? Yeah, so this is the door. Exactly what I was trying to show. Look at that. Right near the save point. So glad I was able to show that off. I'll make sure to get this off screen. Really worth your time to do so. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. I'm Andrew Kan. Together we can game. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the episode.